I can understand where they're coming from, but at the end of the day, safe and health, health and safety issues in place, so we've got to make sure that you're okay, because think about it.
Honestly, the biggest risk to our health and safety is trying to get in through alternative routes.
But when you go for alternative routes, right, and you've probably got asbestos issues and what have you, the thing is, you're going in blind.
The asbestos is definitely not an issue. If it was, they have tested. If it was, there would be.
Trust me.
There would be there would be signs everywhere telling us that there was asbestos there.
Trust me.
They've already
sometimes
checked.
when you're going in the dark as well, right? Think about it. When you're going in a poor little room, all you're thinking is getting in the building, right? Getting past security, right? And when as a rush, and when you've got about 20 people and there's only one man standing there, it's very difficult to put put our points across to you. See, at the end of the day, we don't want anybody to get hurt, basically.
The thing is, if management stepped down and said, yes, you can have open access, we wouldn't have to be using the roof and all things like that to get in. We would be able to walk up and use the space for what we intended it to be used for without having to worry about you guys, getting in the way. We respect you. You're only doing your job, but at the end of the day, management are putting our health and safety at risk.
The thing is, you may be going in somewhere where there might be a floor issue and what have you, There's certain parts we
Can you define what you mean by floor issue, please?
Well, you think about it. I mean, the thing is, if there's some structural work going on, you only have to look at Mansfield Cooper. Look at the rain. There was a downpour the other week, and the ceilings collapsed. Now, just imagine if you'd stormed that and you'd gone on the roof, you would have gone through.
But the point is, if we had open access, we wouldn't have to be using the roof. We'd be able to, in sensible hours, go up to the main door and say...
But there's also students studying as well, so we've got to give account for them as well.
Well, that's why we had this space, because this space is actually disused at the moment. Yeah. The university is doing absolutely nothing with it. And we were like, well, we will reclaim this space and show what a free education looks like.
At the end of the day, don't forget, I'm getting orders from the supervisor, so, it's not my job. All I've got to do is make sure that you're okay and nothing happens to you,
I understand.
One thing I would never do is take it personally as students, because at the end of the day, if I wasn't, if it wasn't for yourselves, I won't be in a job.
It's just we have a problem with management, and management
Can I
are
just
being
ask you one question? The students inside, the welfare, and are they being fed? Or they got water?
Well,
are you stopping them?
No, I don't think that.
Is the welfare okay?
I can answer that because I've been inside. The Students' Union executives have been allowed to bring us food. For the first day or so, they weren't allowed, but after that, management said yes, food parcels are allowed to come in, but only with specific students, and that's our executive team. And we've had water from the start, because the space that we're in has, it used to be a cafe, so there's running water, there's even hot water, we have toilets. In terms of feeding ourselves, we're quite good, and our health and safety and our well-being would be absolutely fine if it wasn't for the access issue. That is the biggest issue to our health and safety at the moment.
Okay. Could you just put a call out, ask if I could go up to see if everybody's okay?
I'm afraid, because that's just a health and safety issue. I've got to go in the supervisor.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. You've been helpful. Now then, I don't think I need to ask you any questions, do I really? But what it is I'd like to know is, why have you actually picked that part of the building?
Well, the space was disused by the university before. It's part of their big refurbishment plans, including a hotel, that kind of thing. And, that's marketisation of education, and that's not okay by us. We wanted to use a disused space that wouldn't disrupt students or exams or anything like that, to show what a free education would look like. We've been running workshops in there to, educate ourselves. We had a workshop on William Blake's poetry. We had a Trans 101 workshop. I had to leave after that point, so I don't know the other workshops that have been going on, but there's been at least one or two every day. And that space is perfect for educating each other. But
there was one question I'd like to ask you. There was an incident with the security earlier. Did you try to get in the building, or yourself or somebody else?
Some students did try to get in, myself included. I did not get in. Some students did. Security did their job. They were being okay-ish.
How would you describe ish?
They tried to block access, which, I suppose it's their orders from above. Nobody was hurt, which, is their, they didn't hurt anybody, which is okay. There was an incident the other night where a member of the occupation was dragged down some stairs, but that was the other night, that wasn't today.
Has any big complaint been put in about that?
Not currently. Obviously, the university has the threat of disciplinary action, and so students are wary about putting in a complaint, which puts us in a very difficult position. We can't properly make a complaint, but a complaint definitely should be made because their behaviour the other night was unacceptable.
Why are you here?
The movement that has occupied this space is free education. We believe in a financially free, democratic and liberated curriculum. At the moment, that's not what we have. Obviously, we're paying $9,000 a year to go to university, and once we're at university, we're dealing with a management that doesn't listen to their students, who is entirely undemocratic, and we don't get the chance to educate ourselves. And we have a curriculum which is dictated to us, and we have there's no liberation within the curriculum. And we're campaigning for the university to change that, and on a broader scale to change the way university is run and make it free by taxing the rich.
Is management talking to you about this?
We have had some emails telling us to use official channels such as our student union's exec, but so far they have not properly engaged with us in any significant way.
Has anybody been sending any solidarity messages?
We've had a lot of support both from students and from lecturers at the university. The UCU, which is the University and Colleges Lecturers Union, sent a wonderful message of solidarity. We've had support from other occupations around the UK, from the Love activists sent some lovely messages of support as well. We've had a lot of support from a lot of different people.
And you're outside now, you can't get back in?
That's correct.
So have you got a message for the people inside?
Keep doing what you're doing, guys. It's great. Like, what we're fighting for is important, and you guys are wonderful. I don't know.
Cheers, Cal.
Thanks a lot.